I'm having my coffee. And we're going to pack up and hit the road to go to the caballos.
This might be the definition of incapacitated. Look at her. I can't move my right arm because she's on it. She's like, don't you move. Look at that baby. Look at her.
Hopefully it gets warm enough today that I can wash my hair. I'd like that. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, so I'm gonna go find so I'm going to Kingston to get sandpaper, hopefully. I mean, right now I am looking at these amazing little yellow wildflowers on top of these, like, wiry, some silvery color in this morning light stalks, right? And oh, they're so pretty. So you can see what I'm talking about. Look how beautiful that is, right there. They're just dreamy. And it's so cold. I'd love to go out and photograph them, but I'm too cold to do that. I know. I'm a wuss. And I'm not going to go over there in this because there's like, this is the time of year when grass seed jumps. And it's sharp around here. See, literally, and wildflower seeds, same. So, yeah, they're aggressive. They're like, I am gonna spread. Look at me go. I'm gonna grab onto you, and wherever you go is where I'm gonna end up. Let's do this. Hey, I always say be a wildflower. But, something about evergreens are cheerful. Maybe it's because they look so happy even when it's so cold. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm looking at this little juniper ball behind those wildflowers, and it's like, I'm here. That's what it looks like to me. All right. Enough. I'm sure the bull is out there somewhere, stalking his territories. Like, dude, you're not hiking around these parts. It's another reason why I'm going. I can't go up to the areas I wanted to go to because he keeps showing up. And quite honestly, like, I really don't want to antagonize a bull. Yeah. Okay. I need to make breakfast. I need to pack up. I need to get my ass in gear. Let's do this. So just miraculously was able to have an interaction with friends who are going to be hopefully stopping by later today and bringing me sandpaper so I don't have to leave. I know. But I did want to stick around here and get some painting done. And so now, like, I'm actually comfortable enough with where I am that I want to pull out my painting supplies. Yeah, I'm going to stay. Look at the shapes of these boards that I have. And they're decent size. Ugh. So, okay. This one I did not separate yet. I separated the other one. Let's do this one now, shall we? I am just going to cut this rope because it is not a rope that I'm going to reuse. So, I think it's kind of cool. All right, so this has these leather, and they're holding up. they're not broken. I want to sand this side, right? It'll hang from this. Won't that be neat? It's big. Let's find out what size it is. Oh, where's my... Oh, I haven't taken it. That was the picture frame of honey. I always got a tape measure handy. All right. Ooh, 14 and a half by 11. All right, and then this one, I am going to probably, because... So this is the back side of the book. So it doesn't have the hinge, but I may draw a line. And in one of my sketchbooks, I painted an idea for a frame border. Maybe after gessoing, right? Because I got to sand these down. It'll just take a little bit. It won't take much to get these ready. There's the other ones have more varnish on them. Those ones I have. My friend is going to hopefully bring a good enough tooth to take that varnish off. I don't have to have a perfectly smooth surface. It's okay if it's not, because I'm going to gesso it. And I can put down a really good layer of gesso and then like put down a thinner layer of gesso with a finer brush to create a smoother surface. Right? So I can make really cool... Anyway, so I'm thinking maybe I should mask. Put like, you know, I have this, my glue tape is what it is wide. It's about an inch, a little bit more than an inch wide. All the way around. To create a border on these. This is an interesting thought, I think, that I'm having. Because they're going to be frameless. So why not make frames? Not intrusive, you know, something that even if they decided at a later date to put it in a frame, right? This one would be tricky. They'd have to make sure to marry these two pieces together. Is that right? Okay? Okay. Is that right? Is that right? Oh, Dad. Okay, so that's what I'm doing with these. I think that's a really good idea. I like that. Do I do the same thing with this? I think that's a good idea. This is the other one. These are going to be the backs. I'm not going to do anything to the backs. No. I'm going to leave them. I will, like... All right, so this one gives me a little bit of space to... What I might do here is, like, I don't know. What do you think? Should I write on a separate piece of paper? I do have Mylar bags. And I can attach it to the backs. So I can write the stories. Then that way I can leave the back intact. Because it's kind of cool, isn't it? And then it shows the history. So 150 years from now, when someone is going, oh, this was when Marion was in New Mexico. This was her New Mexico period, yes. Okay. Okay. That's... I can't. Oh, okay, so I'm coming back. Oh, yeah. These are my fantasies. I was in art preservation for a really long time. So understand that, like, you know, there's a few people who would understand. And then, you know, maybe all artists have that fantasy of people finding their work 150 years past. But then there's, like, my friend Josie, whose work is incredibly ephemeral. Some of her work we framed, and we did, at least I did my best to preserve it. But some things she always liked to have ephemeral and just hanging out in the elements. To be consumed by the elements. To become one with them again at some point. Ephemeral, that is the idea. So all art eventually is ephemeral. Let's get realistic. But does my little baby ego want? Yeah, it's not such a baby. But it's healthy. Yes. It is a healthy part of my ego that says, wouldn't it be wonderful if I could be remembered like, maybe in the same class as like Grandma Moses. I was a little bit self-taught. I mean, I learned by listening to other artists, but I didn't go to school to do art. I did take art classes in high school. Does that count? I don't know. I went to art camp for 3 weeks one summer. I try to figure that out. I'm not an outsider, so I'm not outside art. Not outside art. And I'm not totally unschooled. And I'm not totally self-taught. Because all my information came from somewhere. So I don't know what that makes me. But yeah, who knows? Maybe I get remembered as just some sort of cookie crazy lady who fell off her rocker and decided to live in her van. But it depends on who's writing history, right? Because I could be written as a heroine, be like, dun dun, look what she did. Or somebody could write, she was insane, lost her mind, ended up hungry, living in a van down by the river. Homeless. Right? So it depends on who's writing the story. I like that I write my story on YouTube because this feels honest. Who else is going to tell my story but me, honestly? As honestly as I can. So you guys see my ups and downs. I'm not hiding them. No, I don't put ridiculous drama on video. I don't think you need to tell the story. It doesn't mean that I haven't cried on video. It just means that you don't need to see me edit incredibly dramatic scenes for you to understand that I am on a journey. I do some for fun. And if I think it's important, I'll share it as best I can. Yeah, so that's how this, if you're new to this channel, that's how I roll. And why am I doing this? Because, I don't know, my hands have to move. Gotta move, people, gotta move. All right, so sandpaper is gonna come. Is this wildflowers and juniper? Maybe with stone wall through here. And then another one here. Because here's our juniper. And there's another juniper up in here. In the back. And then down here are my wildflowers coming up. Ooh. Maybe. See how that... But I'm, when I look out this window, I can kind of see the different levels. Because what I've got framed out here is a panoramic, so I can have more to the top. And this gives me... So if it was just what was out the window, it would be this big, right? But because I have all this board, I can add the height of the juniper that's in the background. And that upper level then makes sense. Even more sense. Do I include the boulder? Nah, not necessary. The sun is coming through the trees. It's time for me to go see if I can photograph that. If the bull has left me an opening, let's go find out. I'll have to. No, good. She's like, oh, I'm on leash? I can't follow you? What? I am not, Mom. Oh, I see him. There he is. Okay, never mind. Hi. I feel cornered. I have friends coming. I won't be alone for long. Look at him. He's just staring me down. You see why I feel slightly intimidated? I mean, come on. I don't think I'm exaggerating. Look at him. If he didn't give a shit about me, he would still be just chomping away. That's what I think. I feel cornered. My valley doesn't have sun yet, and then you're going to go up there and block off all the gorgeous light up there. I wanted to go down and it's not entirely fair that you're doing that. Oh, he's breathing heavy. Okay. His breathing just sped up. I don't know that that was a good sign. I'm walking away. Nugget. I don't know. Look, at least I'm allowed to be outside. But I know he's not like mountain lion. He's going to come and eat me. But what if he decides I'm in his territory and he decides to charge me? Right? That's what I don't want. I don't know. I know cows can be, and bulls especially can be. And I don't know if he's some sort of, like, what do you call them when they get their balls chopped? Like, I know a horse is a gelding. And what is bull? Steer? Is that what he would be at that point? I don't know. Do you know? Put it in the comments. I don't know. I think it's an interesting question. Channeling Cliff Clavin. Yeah, all that information that you don't necessarily need to know. Oh my God, look at that tree. Can I get close enough to take a good shot of it? See it? So let's see if he's gonna let me. I don't know if you can see the light on it the way I was seeing it. I'm gonna try. And I'm just gonna keep talking because he seems to just sort of like look at me. So maybe I can get close enough, like blah-de-da, and not make any major hand gestures. I'll hold my, oh, hi. So I'll come back on this side of the fence. All right. Then at least, like, right? Does that feel good to you? Chew your cut. So there's so say hi, hi. Hi. Okay, I'm harmless. Truly. I don't even want to eat anything that you have. I just want to get a picture. So I just took a bunch of pictures and he started to step toward me. Hi. And I kind of skipped a beat, but he stopped and he's like, what are you doing in my neighborhood? Hey, it's okay. I wanted to make sure to get the image that included those cool, sticky looking cactuses in the meadow grasses, because that's kind of cool. To me, that says New Mexico. So he's kind of a little... I'm respecting his space. Maybe I can convince my company to walk with me up to that meadow, just so I have the courage to get up there. I know they're going on another little adventure, caving or something, which I think sounds like fun. I have work to do. I have to work. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. There will be other days when I am finished. This is 2 weeks that I like really have the balls to the wall, hit my nose to the grindstone, and get shit done. Right? So now that I'm back at the van, he seems to he's started sauntering over this way. I just walked the whole street. I'm gonna come over here. And my body is behind the van. He's just staring me down. You don't care. Do you? You don't. I know you hear me talking and you're like, what the heck? I mean, what would happen if I belched? Oh, well, I can't force those. Those just come when they come. Can only imagine. Now I have to pick all these little seeds because I had to go walk through tallish grass. So I have to carefully pull all these out. I'm behind the van, still sort of, kind of. And he has moved over here. Hey, buddy. Whoa, hello. Hi. How you doing? I'm not being aggressive, I promise. You got stuff hanging off your chin though, dude. Did you realize that actually makes you look cute, not menacing? I'm reaching as far as I can. Oh. Hi. Oh. Thanks for the pose. See, guys, I'm not really looking at the camera. I'm actually just looking right at him because I'm not moving my feet and I don't want to startle him. So if I go crooked, I apologize. He's actually it's close. So I'm going to take a chance here to do this. That's about how close he feels to me. Hi. Yeah, that's about the same size as what's in my view. Hi, buddy. Aren't you pretty? Handsome? Yeah, you are. I know. I'm sorry. Am I disturbing your breakfast? Alright, I have to pick more spiky things out of my clothes, so I'm going to sit back over here and do that. You want to stay over there? My little Black Panther is like, what is that, Mom? You've seen these before, but this one is a boy. And he's all by himself, which tells me he's supposed to be, and maybe he might even be a tiny bit aggressive, so we got to be thoughtful about that. Okay? Quite a bit happened today. I started that painting. Friends came up and brought me sandpaper, and I sanded the panels and got a coat of gesso on them just before the gesso flipped over and dumped out and got dirt all inside it. Because I have a couple more things that need it. I don't need tons, just a little. But I don't have enough time to wait for a shipment. I mean, unless it's going to show up really quick. But at least I got those panels gessoed. This sort of happened by accident. I was looking at this view and it was making me happy. And so I started that painting on the new paper. So that's the 600-pound paper. Hey, Nugget. Excuse me. Yo. She has been a bit of a naughty girl today. Would you? There's no room for you there. I really want... Thank you. I just didn't want everything out there to go down with her, because that's the way it goes. There she is. She's like, I'm going to cause trouble over here. What she's trying to do is get me to feed her early, which I will not do. I'm going to put some food in my belly, because my brain is not going to function if I don't have food in my belly. But I like the way that painting is starting to come out. I may have overfiddled with the clouds. I may not have. Sometimes when I pull the tape off, I'm surprised. Plus, I haven't put the trees in, just the shadows. So, it'll change. And I'm too tired to think about it. I took lots of images of this place. This beautiful location. I'm going down fast. But I did take lots of beautiful images. It got breezy and chilly today, which was good because it helped me break camp a little bit at a time, which was nice. And now all I have to do is clean up the inside of this van and get it ready to move tomorrow morning. So we can hustle out of here right after coffee and breakfast. Yeah, that's the goal. And then I have to, when I get to town, stop and upload all of my my videos, right? I may have, I think I still have to add music to one of them. Yeah, I have work to do. Oh, I don't think it's getting done tonight, though. I think just tonight is about food. Maybe I'll make a list. I'll make a list of what the morning has to be, so I can get all that accomplished and get to the studio and finish the painting that's on the easel, and plan the rest of them, right? I have work to do. We are making our way out of this beautiful location north of Kingston, west of Hillsborough, and we are headed back to TRC. I am going to be working in the studio, and I think I've mentioned, I have to call the insurance company. Okay, done. Quite beautiful driving down this road now. I'm going to pay attention to what I'm doing here. About to come up on, I think, another creek crossing soon. There were a couple of them. And I'm going to be stopping soon to check all my messages. I have to turn my ringer on so that it'll tell me when I'm someplace where I have service and I can stop and check. Deep breath. Okay. Nice, another nice spot. There's that van is still there. That guy was hanging out for a while. There's the creek crossing. Knew it was coming. There we go. See, little creek crossing. There's, I think, 3 altogether. Ooh-wee. but maybe not. That may have been it. Ooh, that looks like a bumpy cattle guard. Ooh, and I have very dirty windshield, everybody. So we just crossed over into private property off of BLM land. And that's how this sort of works. Really quite beautiful in the morning light. I had to stop here and show you just how gorgeous. I've come back to this spot in the desert here off of 181. I had a lot of editing to do today. I'm trying to get a whole bunch of stuff done today so that I can paint without worrying about uploading. Yeah. Here I am surrounded by creosote. And the wind is blowing big time. But I have really good service here. So my video is almost finished uploading. First one. And I'm going to do my second one. Thank you for joining me today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the Gila and this stunning sunset to end the video. If you liked today's video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I hope you consider doing so. And if you'd like to contribute, all of the links are below. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.